everybody, and welcome to the Kawaii Bookworm Plays with Yarn podcast. I'm Hannah, and I'm a Jersey girl studying at the University of Liverpool. Just want to say hello and welcome to any new subscribers, and thank you and welcome back to any returning subscribers. And also, I'm going to be one of those podcasters today that says, if you like my videos and this video, please hit the subscribe button and the like button down below. And if you really, really like my videos, please hit that bell symbol, which is the notification bell, so that you get a little notification when I post. Alright, now that that's done, this is going to be a bit of a short video, mostly because I was quite monogamous with my projects, and so I don't have too much to show on that part. Also, I'm very tired. I just got off a 5-hour shift, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but it's working at the Disney store, and since it was championship weekend for football, and Liverpool went to the championships, it's been really, really busy in town. So I do have a finished object, and that is my Ranunculus by Knit Cafe Midori. That's the back. This is the back, and this is the front. All the ends are woven in, and it's blocked out, and it's beautiful and gorgeous. I have tried it on, and it is a crop top. It's not as cropped as when I originally tried it on, because when I first tried it on, it was telling me to start the rib, it was like just covering my chest, and so I wanted to make it a little bit longer so it wasn't ridiculously cropped. But yeah, I'm quite happy with it. The yarn is Skein Queen on their Splendid base, which I can't remember what it's made up of, but it's very soft. And it had no colorway name. I bought it at Edinburgh Yarn Festival, and so it might have been a one-of-a-kind, or it was just not labeled. I have quite a bit of yarn left over from this, though. I had 2 full skeins, so like 400 yards, and I didn't measure. I should have measured, but I have quite a good sized cake left over on both of those skeins. So I could probably do another one of these, maybe, if I weighed everything, but it doesn't require that much yarn. The only reason I used 2 skeins was, I think it calls for just a little bit over 400 yards, maybe, but because it was hand dyed, I was alternating the skeins, so I couldn't tell you exactly how much I used. But this is done, off the needles, and I'm hankering for a new project. But yeah, quite happy with this. And I did this on US size 10 on my Licca needles, and I didn't check my gauge. I just kind of went, and my theory was, as long as it's big and airy, it'll be fine, it'll fit. And that's what worked out. And so that's the only finished object I have. I am getting the blinky thing again, so hold on. Alright, so that was the last finished object, and I'm going to show you 2 of my whips. Well, I've only worked on one of them. The other one is my Cozy Memories blanket, and so I thought, because this was going to be a short video, that I'll just show that, what I've done on that. So, I am working on my Wintersol. This is my whip. And last week I was talking about how this, when I put it on, it budges up. And you can see that budging a bit there, right here. And I decided, because I have not enough skeins of yarn, I bought, at least for these two colors, I bought just the right amount, because it was at Edinburgh, and I was trying to get the most bang for my buck, or pound. Um, yeah, pound. Should be pound. I don't know what you guys say here in England for that, but I was trying to make the most of the budget that I had, and so for my big projects like this, I was just buying enough and not getting an extra skein just in case I needed it. Um, and actually, I did my math wrong, and I thought I needed 7 skeins, no, six or 7 skeins of this, but in reality I needed like 9, so I'm 2 skeins short. Um, so because of that, I decided that I was going to work on the top until I've reached the hip shaping, and oh my gosh, that was lightning. The storm is here. We're supposed to get a storm, and I can see the really dark thunderclouds, but they haven't quite reached me. And I'm pretty sure I just saw lightning. I'm excited. I love thunderstorms. Okay, alright, back on track. Um, so I think I'm maybe an inch away from being able to do the hip shaping on here. And so I decided, because I'm that close to the hip shaping, I'm going to start on the sleeves so that I can get the sleeves the right length. And if the bodice works out, I can crop it. If I have enough yarn to do a crop one where it's a comfortable crop. And if I don't have enough yarn to do a comfortable crop, then I'll order more and continue on. And I know that I might get a line, but I'm gonna evaluate. If I have more than a few skeins left afterwards, then I'll just mix them, because you're supposed to hold the two, you're holding the yarn together, um, you're holding it double. I can't word, as you can tell. But yeah, so I've got almost one sleeve. I think I'm like halfway through this sleeve. And I'm using Rauma Fino PT2. I don't know the color. Their numbers, I know one is 2, and one is 516, but I don't remember which one is which. And I've taken all the labels off and like caked them up so that they're ready to go. So yeah. And yeah, so I'm just busting out the sleeves. I made a detour to Sleeve Island, and I realized I don't really have that much of a problem with sleeves. I think the only thing that I have a problem with is doing the second sleeve. And I just need to get started on it, and once it's started, I'm done. I find that they go quite quickly. But that might just be because I've only done two long sleeved like cardigans, and both of them have been in like worsted weights. So that's that. Alright, and so because I only had those 2 projects to show you, I'm going to talk about my Cozy Memories blanket, because I have been working on it since the last time I showed it off. Not a ton, but I just thought, yeah, really not a ton. But I just thought, because I only had those, I might as well show these off. So I've added these 2 squares. This is from Stranded Dye Works. I'm showing you the back. And this is from Martin's Lab. This one is called Poltergeist. And then the next one that's going to go on is this one, and it's also from Martin's Lab. And I think it's called Alcor, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's right. And so yeah, that'll go here. And I am now 4 squares from finishing the second row, and I'll be able to start the third row. So it's very, very slowly getting there, but it's getting there. It's becoming something, and that makes me happy. It's starting to get a little tight in the box that I keep it in, and so that means I'm going to have to get something else, but I will figure that out when I get to that. And as I said, since I finished one project, I want to start another project. I just have to wait until payday so that I can buy the pattern. But I've decided that I'm going to put these two skeins together. So I bought this at Nottingham Expo, Yarn Expo, and I bought this one at Edinburgh specifically to go with this. And I wanted them to be something in brioche because I've only done one thing with brioche and I really enjoyed doing it. And I like how squishy it came out. And Lavanya Patrickella has released a new-ish pattern called the Residence, I think. So the Residence, and I am going. So once I get paid, I'm gonna buy the pattern and I will kick these up and cast that on because I haven't done a shawl since my humbug shawl, and I do really enjoy making shawls. I don't particularly. I've only really worn I wore my humbug shawl and quite a bit when it was getting coolish, but I still needed something around my neck. Um, and I've really only worn my Find Your Fade as a scarf. But I do enjoy making them. So I'm just going to say goodbye because my camera is really out of memory and I can't, so goodbye and happy knitting!